Good luck, Gary.
Oh, sorry. So Gary's speech is a lot better than you, obviously. Gary Harkness, a lot better than you, obviously.
All of us go to work expecting to come home physically the same way in which they left that morning. Well, about a month ago, I didn't. And this is my story. Fortunately for me, hospitals, doctor etiquette and injuries, and operations for that matter, hadn't been part of my life. But fortunately for you, that experience provided many Toastmasters experiences. First, let me take you in with me to the ambulance. Do you know, inside an ambulance, those paramedics have a green anaesthetic stick that would be right up Keith Richards' alley. They thrust it in my quivering mouth. I took a couple of deep breaths and I had never been more funny or more entertaining. I discussed at a great rate of knots bike riding and astronomy, and the paramedics seemed fairly interested. As I was lying back there, I said, "Go on, please put the lights and sirens on, please, please, please." And they did. I then found myself in the emergency room, and I'd watched a bit of ER in my time. And as I was there asking for, "Get me Dr. Carter's stat," I issued these remarkable instructions to the doctors and nurses that tended to my foot. I said, "Now when you unwrap the bandages, I do not want to hear anything along the lines of, 'Oh my goodness, that's enough.' Nor do I want to hear you say, 'Look, we're a well-funded public hospital, but I seriously don't think we've got enough scalpels, bandages or mercurochrome to solve your issues.'" Fortunately, they obliged. So then it's operation time, and let me now take you as I'm filling out the pre-admission forms prior to the operation, and I'm diligently answering the questions as the nurse is firing off the questions to me. "What's your weight, Gary?" I guessed at about 90 kilos. She wrote it down, and I said, "Hang on a minute, you're not going to take my word for it, eh? Surely you've got a set of scales here somewhere. Is the amount of anaesthetic you give me dependent on my weight? If I wake up during the operation because I'm actually 94, there will be hell to pay." I'm then wheeled into the recovery area in bed, and with nothing much to fill my mind, just lying there, I had this sudden fear of panic come over me. But when the nurse asks, "Now, have all your systems returned to normal? Have we been to the toilet? Is it acceptable to use the word poo? Or is stool the word I should be using in this surrounds?" I'm not too sure. The things you think about when you're stumped up there in hospital. Anyway, they happily discharged this freak in Ward 72, and I then had a couple of weeks of R&R at home. And I thought, I'm going to put this time to good use here on the couch. I'm going to just look into something noble. I'm going to either write a book, paint, learn chess. Hang on, before I do that, I'll just see what's on TV. Out the window with any noble pursuits, because I'm a fan of daytime TV. I hear you say there's nothing on daytime TV. Well, you haven't experienced Judge Judy, the girls from The View, the girls from The Block, or my personal favourite, Ready Steady Cook. What a show that is. The souffle edition was supreme. It had everything you could want from a TV show: pathos, humour, and the surprising use of 3 free-range eggs. There's nothing on TV between 9 and 4, I hear you say. You should get amongst it. I also became a bit of a fan of the advertising they do during daytime TV. So now, for 5 easy sessions of payments of $49.99, I'm the owner of something called a dual saw and some Brady-atics learning material. I think I'm the only person that will be able to whip up my own furniture while doing long division in the matter of seconds. So it's about time now that I get back to work. And I wouldn't say that I was actually greeted with open arms there at work. Rather, it was work colleagues that all wanted to have a go on the crutches. One kind girl said that, no, if you want me to get your printed stuff from the printer, I'm more than happy to help. So that was a lovely thing to do. And they provided me with state-of-the-art medical equipment. For the first week or so, I sat up on the desk with literally a milk crate for nothing to support my foot. They looked after me at work. I'd answer the phone, get on the computer, all with my leg on this wonderful state-of-the-art medical crate. I couldn't drive at that point, but then I eventually got the all clear to start driving. So I ventured out amongst my customer base, still on my crutches. And I'd manfully go into the receptions, hobble up. At this point I was wearing a long Ugg boot and a moon boot, so I must have looked a real treat. And I'd hobble up. G'day Bob, how are you? And Bob, or whoever else I'd see, would say, well, a lot better than you, obviously. Now, it didn't really matter at the time, but then I got to thinking, where's the cut-off for a comment like that? If I'd have been wheeled in a wheelchair, would they be saying, a lot better than you, obviously? If I'd have come in with dark glasses and a Labrador, well, a lot better than you, obviously. Astrophysicist Dr. Stephen Hawking doesn't go through his whole life. People saying, a lot better than you, obviously. So, I wanted to speed up the recovery process, so I've taken myself off to a physio. And I should have studied a bit harder, you know, it doesn't seem too hard to be a physio. A prod here, an encouraging smile there, and the ability to wear shorts and a polo shirt in the middle of winter is all it seems to me to take to be a physiotherapist. Nothing else, friends. This experience has taught me the importance of workplace safety, getting along well with people, and the placement of awkward steps. I thank you for your time.